Hey, what's up everybody? It's Rick here, and I'm playing Civilization 6. The day has come. Civilization 6 is out, and I couldn't be happier. All right, guys, I'm going to go over the basics with you. I'm going to start a new game here. I did play a little bit last night, kind of got my footing, but let's go ahead and create a game. So I'll go over the different leaders with you, all right? Show you what's new, show you what remained from the old. We've got a lot of new characters. Let's just start off there. A lot of familiar countries, a lot of new leaders. So right here, France, the new leader, Catherine de Medici, all right? We've got Cleopatra for Egypt. Right here, Frederick Barbarossa for Germany. Our good friend Gandhi's back representing India. We got Gilgamesh representing Samaria. Samaria, a new civilization in this game. Gorgo representing Greece. We've got Harald Hardrada from Norway. Hojo Tokamune from Japan. All right, I'm going to try my best to pronounce his name, and I'm going to butcher it. We've got Mvimba Nzinga from Congo. Pedro II from Brazil. Pericles representing Greece. Peter for Russia. Philip II for Spain. Qin Shi Huang from China. Saladin from Arabia. My personal favorite, Teddy Roosevelt from America. Tomarus from Scythia. Trajan from Rome, and last but not least, Victoria from England. And of course, all of them have their perks. I'm not going to go over every single one in detail. There are people who made videos about that stuff. They've done it better than I could. So I'm just going to go ahead and find the one that I feel has the best chance of giving us a leg up at the beginning of this game. And honestly, I feel like I'm going to go with Cleopatra because she has a plus 15% production bonus towards districts and wonders if placed next to a river. And what I've been finding really difficult is producing districts. It takes forever. So I'm going to go ahead and start out with Cleopatra. And I'm going to start out on Prince difficulty, which is basically like the normal setting. Going to do, for the sake of this, I'm going to do standard. I like standard, and I'm going to do standard size map as well. Going to play on continents, but we could do fractal, inland sea, inland plates, Pangea, and we could shuffle it up too, but I'm going to do continents. And of course, there is advanced settings, rule sets, game difficulty, start era, game speed, map size, world age, temperature, rainfall, sea level, resources, and start position as well. And of course, you got the victory conditions, which you can turn off and on. I'm going to leave them all on for this game. And then there's game speed and there's turn limits, okay? So, oh, and look at this random game seed. So you can actually put in a seed and then get that seed. That is very cool. I like the addition of that. But without further ado, let's go ahead and start a game here, guys.
From the first stirrings of life beneath water, to the great beasts of the Stone Age, to man taking his first upright steps, you have come far. Now begins your greatest quest. From this early cradle of civilization on towards the stars.
And you guys recognize that voice.
There will be those who underestimate you, but you are cunning and full of tricks, Queen Cleopatra.
We've got a new narrator.
Your charm will establish indestructible alliances with the strongest leaders of the world. Keep your friends close by your side, and you will find yourself untouchable, with the glory of Egypt primed to win over the world.
Do you guys recognize that voice? That is Sean Bean. I am so happy to have him on as the narrator. And okay, where do we start? Oh, man, we lucked out. We're right on a river, and that's exactly what we want. We're playing Cleopatra. We're going to get that bonus from being on a river. So I'm just going to go ahead and set up shop right here. I've got a luxury resource right here with the coffee. I've got a bonus resource right there with the rice. So let's just go ahead and build. And I'm going to start sending my barbarian. My barbarian? No, come on. My warrior up north. Come on, Rick. Okay, and what are we going to build first? I like to start with scouts. Scout out a little bit of land early on in the game, and I like the new design of the scout too. You'll see there's a little dog icon, and you'll see why in just a moment. But let's go ahead and choose our research here. And we've got the tech tree here. So some stuff familiar, some stuff not so familiar. Also, some stuff that's just different now. For instance, the wheel, you'll notice that it gives us access to the water mill and also to the Marianu Chariot Archer. But what it doesn't give us is roads, because roads aren't in this game anymore. What I'm going to need, though, is I'm going to need the irrigation to build a plantation and take advantage of that coffee. So I'm going to go ahead and start beelining for that irrigation right now. And we'll move on to the next turn. So yeah, no roads. You set up trade routes, basically, which create roads as you establish them. which I guess is a good thing. It's one less thing to maintain, right? We don't need to go ahead and churn out workers to build roads. And workers is another thing that we're going to talk about momentarily, because that's been overhauled completely in Civilization 6. Okay, move on to the next turn. Okay, my barbarians versus these spearmen. And the spearmen, it seems that barbarians started with spearmen like immediately. Every time I come across an encampment, sure enough, there's a spearman. But the good news is that our warriors seem to do pretty well against the spearmen compared to how they did against the spearmen in Civ 5. Like, I seem to actually kind of have an upper hand against them. So we'll see if we can actually destroy them in this next turn. Oh, it's getting close. It's getting very close. And we've got a promotion available, which is awesome. So let's go ahead and move on to the next turn. And we'll go ahead and take a look at that promotion, because promotions are kind of neat in this game. So promotion available, and here are the different promotions that we've got. So we've got Battle Cry and Tortoise starting off here. I can choose between combat strength versus melee and ranged units +7, or combat strength when defending against ranged attack +10. Now I'm going to go ahead and do Battle Cry because I feel like that's going to really pay off right now. And what's cool is you'll notice, compared to Civ 5, that there's no option to heal immediately, right? Heal instantly, it's not there. So if I go ahead and choose Battle Cry, you see I actually get a promotion and my unit heals. That's huge. Okay, my advisor's telling me that my scout is ready. There we go. My warrior has taken over that barbarian encampment. And you see that because I took out the barbarian encampment, I get inspiration. Your soldiers hope your victory over the barbarian outpost is the start of a long line of military success. So I've actually got boosted military tradition, which is really cool. And this boosted part of the tech tree is amazing. So basically what's happening is once I start to research military tradition, I've got a boost to military tradition. It'll be researched faster now. All right, now I've got my scout. And you can see, I said the little dog icon is on the scout because you see, as I send them out, look at my scout got a doggy. We got a dog. Look at it, and it's so cute. I love it. Okay, time to choose production now. Now that I've got my settler and I've got my warrior, I'm going to go ahead and build a monument. Time to start working up some culture, right? Move on to the next turn here.
Enacting new policies in our government can be of great benefit. Our people await your decree.
All right. Here is another new feature for Civ 6, okay? So we need to enact policies.
I thought clay must feel happy in the good potter's
We just researched pottery. And we've also completed the Code of Laws Civic. So time to change policies. So here is our government. All right. So this is entirely new. We're not choosing ideologies anymore. We're not choosing policies or ideologies. We're choosing a government. So right now we have chiefdom. Okay. And because we just researched Code of Laws, we get to choose one military policy and one economic policy, okay? So the economic policies that we have to choose from, we have urban planning, which is going to give us +1 production in all cities, or God King, which is going to give us +1 faith and +1 gold in the capital. Now, since it's early game and I want to start producing as quickly as possible, I'm going to go ahead and give us urban planning, up our production. And now military policies, we've got double experience for recon units, or +5 combat strength when fighting barbarians. And since I'm going to be fighting quite a bit of barbarians at this early state in the game, I'm going to go ahead with discipline, and I'm going to confirm the policies. There we go. And we can actually go back into our government tab, and you can see that we can actually view the government. So here are the things that we're going to have access to. We start out with chiefdom. Next, we're going to choose from autocracy, oligarchy, and classical republic. And you can see the bonuses that come along with each of these. And as we move up, we'll have monarchy, theocracy, and merchant republic. Finally, communism, fascism, and democracy, which actually resembles the ideologies from Civ 5 quite a bit. But that's late game. We'll talk about that later. So let's go ahead and keep moving our barbarian. I keep calling him a barbarian. Our warrior up north, and we'll keep moving our scout down south. Time to choose some new tech, and here we go. I'm going to choose irrigation, and to boost irrigation, we need to build a farm, okay? So, or we need to farm a resource, rather. So if we farm the rice, then we should get a boost to our irrigation. So in order to do that, what we should do is get a builder, but right now I'm actually building a monument. Let's go ahead and take a look at our city, shall we? Now, a builder is going to take 10 turns if I wanted to get a boost to irrigation. And actually, I'm thinking right now, irrigation is kind of pointless until I get a builder, right? So let's go ahead and build the monument, and let's actually change our tech, okay? So maybe we'll research writing, all right? Once we build our monument, then we'll go ahead and switch over to irrigation and build a builder, get that boost towards irrigation. Okay, so in the meantime, we need to choose a civic. And so we've got code of laws. Now, if I get craftsmanship, I'm going to have access to the military policy, which is going to give us plus 50% production towards ancient and classical era melee and ranged units. And it's going to also give us the economic policy, plus 30 production towards builders, which is going to be huge if we're going to build that builder next turn. And also, we'll get the Sphinx Improvement. This is a tile improvement. Kind of think of it like the Moai from Civ 5. We can just spam these everywhere, and it's going to give us culture. So I'm going to actually go for craftsmanship. And I need to improve 3 tiles in order to get a boost to that as well. I can't improve 3 tiles until I get a builder, though. And something I really haven't talked about yet is the map. So let's look at the map. You can see it's actually very pretty. You've got squids, and you've got octopuses, a lot of mystery to be found. And you can see that some areas of the map, like this area, for instance, you can see that we can see the resources that are there, right? We can see what's there. There's forest here. This is where there's an encampment. Actually, did I never actually go to that encampment? I need to go back down there and get that. But anything that we've walked through, anything that we've discovered will be revealed on the map like this. And anything that we haven't discovered yet will be on the map like this. So, for instance, as I move my scout up here, you can see the map's been revealed. And as I move back down, the map will actually turn into this brown, old-timey looking map. Which I think is just a nice touch. It's really charming. It really adds to the aesthetic of the game. I like it. I really do. And I know a lot of people were criticizing the art direction. Oh, hey! Speaking of art direction, look at Gandhi. They were criticizing it for being too cartoony. And it is a bit, but you know what? I think the Civilized franchise has always been a little bit cartoony. And so I'm fine with that. And it looks great, in my opinion. Hello, I am Mohandas Gandhi. My people call me Bapu, but please call me friend. And now he's saying, would you like to visit our nearby city and sample our hospitality? Or I can say, thanks for the introduction, but we have no time for further pleasantries. No, I'll say, yeah, let's do hospitality, shall we? Ah, thank you, friend. Goodbye. So hopefully that'll put us on good terms with Gandhi. And after meeting another civilization, you see the need for new ways to communicate. Our writing has been boosted, which is great because that's what we're researching right now. Writing has been boosted considerably. And, oh, look at that. We've got an encampment right there. So we'll steer clear of the east for right now. Though I will say that scouts are a lot tougher in Civ 6 than they were in Civ 5. Scouts were just made of paper in Civ 5. In Civ 6, they can actually hold their own. I've had warriors go up against scouts, and they've given them a run for their money. So you don't need to worry about your scouts just getting pushed around so much in Civ 6. Okay, there we go. I've traveled back down south. I forgot to get this, which is a rookie mistake, really. But you know what? That's what playing a new game's all about, making those rookie mistakes early on so I can get better later on. Know what I mean? So, sorry, I'm making rookie mistakes, but you know what? I never claimed I was a pro. No, I don't think anybody's a pro at Civ 6 just yet. Okay, so here we go. We've only got 3 more turns until we've got that monument. We're almost there. We've almost got the monument. And, oh, we've got a scout, a barbarian scout invading our borders. What's my advisor telling me?
City planning. Creating districts in our cities can be much more powerful and lucrative than simple improvements like...
So she's telling me it may be good to start thinking about districts. And I agree. We need to build districts because that is something new in this game. We'll discuss districts in just a moment. Let's go ahead and open the tech tree. Can we do irrigation now? I think that we need a worker still. So let's wait on irrigation. Okay, I'm going to do animal husbandry because we're going to be able to start work on that builder in just a moment. Monument's done. Time to start working the builder. Here we go. 8 turns until I get the builder. 4 turns for animal husbandry. So we'll start irrigation after animal husbandry. Oh, what's this? You've discovered another continent. We realize there is a wide world of trading opportunities. Progress towards foreign trade has considerably advanced. Perfect. All right. And I keep getting these boosts left and right. And there are certain things that you need to achieve in order to get those boosts. And of course, I'm not familiar with every aspect of that yet. A lot of this is a surprise to me. But hopefully in due time, I'll start to remember the different things that you need to do in order to get the boosts and be able to more efficiently choose what I want to research. Okay, I've sent a trade delegation to you with gifts from our land. Teas, saris, and sitars. Oh, that's awesome. Your delegation is most welcome, Gandhi. Excellent. See that? We're tying the ties. We're binding the ties of friendship right off the bat. Me and Gandhi are going to be BFFs. I can feel it. Me and you, buddy. Just us against the world. Let's just continue up north, shall we? All right, 6 turns till my builder's ready. And we've got a barbarian scout just milling about our capital right now. I really wish he'd go away. Oh, cool. We found a city-state.
If we can impress them,
okay, what do they want?
They will reward us handsomely.
We have to impress them. Impress them with what, I wonder? Let's see. What do they want us to impress them with? Here we go. City-state meeting bonus. As the first major civ to meet Stockholm. Oh, crazy. I would have thought that Gandhi would have met them. You have earned 1 envoy. Cool. Stockholm City-State has given you a new quest. Destroy barbarian outpost within 5 tiles. All right, let's send our warrior up here and see if we can't achieve that. And now we need a new civic. So we've got craftsmanship, which is great because now we'll be able to get that plus 30 production towards builders, right? I can do that right now if I wanted to. And we need to choose a new civic to start researching. I can go with state workforce, which is going to give us plus 70 culture, not bad. And it's also going to give us the conscription military policy, and it's going to give us the corvée economic policy. Yeah, let's go ahead and start researching that. That sounds fine. And is there anything else I need to do this turn? Oh, yes, I do. I said that I wanted to take advantage of that new civic, right? So let's go ahead and look at our government. Here we go. And we're going to change a policy, right? And it's going to cost a little bit of money to change policies eventually. But I'm going to go ahead and swap out urban planning for Ilcum right here, which is going to give us that plus 30 production. And I'm going to confirm that policy. Bam. Policy is confirmed. Now we'll get that worker a little bit quicker. I mean builder. Worker, builder, you know what I mean. And time for some new research. The research is going to be this time, let's see. I guess we could do irrigation now, right? Let's go ahead and do that because we'll have our builder here very soon. And we'll be able to use that builder in order to get that boost to irrigation. Move on to the next turn here.
There is no
What's this, Gandhi?
deterrence. Having a weapon is very different from actually using it.
Wow. Gandhi's already talking about using weapons as deterrence. Oh, I don't like the sound of that. We all know what that means. Okay. Good to know. All right. So I think he's telling me I need a bigger army, or possibly that he's going to nuke me in about 3,000 years. We'll see. We'll see how that works out. Oh, brother. I'm glad I'm forming an alliance with him right now. Get on his good side now. Avoid the nukes later. Okay, there's one of those encampments that we can take out for Stockholm. Hopefully get on their good side. And a unit needs orders. I'm going to just back you up, okay? I did say that the scouts are a little bit tougher in Civ 6, but I'm still not going to invade an encampment with my scout. That would just be foolish. We are not going to do that. Not today. Okay, one more turn until I've got my builder. I can't wait. Going to get that boost to irrigation. If I just farm a resource, I get that. Which means that all I have to do is go up here and to the grassland and take advantage of that rice. So let's see. Unit needs orders. Okay. Where am I going to move you? I'll just move you right over here, okay? So I can see the encampment. Oh, this encampment is just churning out baddies. We got a barbarian horseman already. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and heal up this unit, all right? I'm going to fortify until healed. And here we go. I've got my builder. So let's go ahead and farm up some rice, okay? And I get to show you the new way that worker/builders work in Civ 6. And this is kind of neat. It's not going to take a long time to build a farm. In fact, it's going to happen immediately. Bam. And there we go. Irrigation's boosted, just as we anticipated. And farms are built instantaneously in this game. But my worker's only good for 3 turns. So I have to choose wisely what I want to improve. Time to choose some production now. So I can build a campus. start one of those districts, which my advisor keeps going on about. It's going to take 14 turns, though. That's going to take a little while, but that's fine. I'm going to build a district right next to Rockadet, right there. So now I've got a campus started. It's going to take 14 turns, though.
Thousands have lived without love, not one without water.
And that boost really helped us research irrigation really quickly. Now let's go ahead and choose some more research. And let's try to choose research and research it as efficiently as possible. So, for instance, if I wanted to do archery, I could boost it by killing a unit with a slinger. I could find a natural wonder to boost astrology. That's a little bit harder to ensure that we do that. And then mining, all we have to do is nothing. You can't boost mining, apparently. Okay. All right, I'm going to go ahead and just research mining right now. Get that out of the way. And my builder can build again. I'm going to go build right here. Going to take advantage of this luxury resource. Okay, I'm going to get this luxury resource, but before I do, I want to show you something that's new in Civ 6 compared to Civ 5. So, for you guys who are keen-eyed, you may notice that there's something missing up here from our UI. So what is it? We've got our gray people, our religion. There's a lot of things that look different, but the most notable absence here is happiness. There's no happiness, right? So what up with that? Let's go ahead and look a little bit deeper at our city here, okay? So if we look at our city details, you can see that we have one amenity of one required, so we're content. This right here is our happiness, all right? So amenities are basically luxury resources. But rather than getting happiness globally, we get happiness locally. So here we go. I'm going to go ahead and build our improvement here. All right, now the next turn, we built on top of this coffee, and you can see that our amenities are +1. So that's +1 happiness, all right? We always want to make sure that we're either neutral or we're happy, in the green when it comes to amenities. So that's our happiness, okay? Just imagine that. Now, as our city begins to grow, and you can see that there's one turn until growth, then we're going to need more and more amenities, right? It's very similar to Civ 5 in that way. You're going to need to get more happiness as you get a bigger population, which is actually going to encourage us later on in the game to really start to build wide rather than tall. We're going to want to build a lot of cities. We're not going to have cities, very few cities with very large populations like we did in Civ 5. It really encourages you to expand your empire, which I like. I really like that aspect of this game. A lot of times in Civ 5, you were encouraged to sort of play the same no matter which Civ you played as. You could play as Korea, or you can play as England, you can play as America. It really didn't matter. 4 cities tops, that's what you really wanted to build, and then late game, you'd start to expand. In this game, it really encourages you to start to expand right off the bat. Oh my god, and speaking of happiness, it looks like Gandhi is not happy with us. He's unfriendly with us. What happened there? I don't like the sound of that. Anyhow, we just got horseback riding boosted because we just built a pasture. How do you like that? I like it very much, thank you. And since our population just grew, I'm kind of curious to look at our amenities. Okay, our amenities are still at 1, but we will want to build another city soon. And I think that we're going to build that second city in the next episode, guys, because that is where I'm going to call it an end to this episode. I think it's a perfect time. We just researched mining. And we are going to discover all of the new things that come later on in Civ 6 next episode, which you can look forward to tomorrow. I'm going to give you guys a new episode of Civ 6 every day until I get sick of it. And I hope that you guys are okay with that. All right. But in the meantime, if you liked this, and I really hope you did, be sure to give it a like, favorite, share, and subscribe, guys. I've been Rick with Stumpt, and I will see you next time.